The first cases of monkeypox have been confirmed in Bexar County, but Metro Health says the threat to the community remains low. Both of the individuals are isolating and are following the recommended protocols. To learn more about the virus and how you can stop the spread, head over to ksat.com.
Texas is challenging an executive order President Biden signed last week that forbids healthcare providers from denying abortions in certain situations. The state is arguing the Emergency Medical Treatment and Labor Act does not allow the federal government to force providers to perform abortions. The suit claims the new guidance forces hospitals to decide between violating state law or potentially lose federal reimbursement.
A new universal suicide crisis hotline is launching tomorrow. The phone number is 988. Health officials are trying to reach more people because 1 out of every 6 hangs up before talking to anyone with the hotline. The new line hopes to cut response times and answer more calls. The current number will remain active even after 988 goes live.
This morning, President Biden is planning to make his controversial trip to Saudi Arabia. The president is looking to reset the U.S. relationship with that key security ally and boost the flow of oil to help lower gas prices. But his visit is drawing sharp criticism over Saudi Arabia's human rights abuses and continued outrage over the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi.
New York police are investigating the death of IVANA Trump. Shortly after noon yesterday, officers responded to a call at her Manhattan apartment. IVANA was found unresponsive at the bottom of a staircase. She was pronounced dead at the scene. She was 73 years old.
A Washington, D.C. police officer in former President Trump's motorcade on January 6th confirmed details of a heated Secret Service exchange. Former White House aide Cassidy Hutchinson testified last month that Trump was so mad that a Secret Service agent blocked him from going to the U.S. Capitol that he tried to grab at the motorcade's steering wheel and lunged at the lead agent. The Secret Service has not commented publicly on the testimony, but the D.C. officer did recount what they saw to the House Select Committee.
The Buffalo, New York grocery store that was the site of a mass shooting 2 months ago is reopening today. A memorial has been placed outside the store to honor the victims of the attack. There's also new security measures in place to make employees and customers feel more at ease in the store. The aisles are wider with better sight lines. There's increased professional security, and an emergency evacuation alarm system was added.
We could be in for another interest rate hike. Investors and economists think it's possible the Fed could hike interest rates by another 3/4 of a point, up to even a full percentage point before the end of the month. If it goes up a full point, that would be the first time in the modern era. Until now, Fed officials had expressed worries about a hike of that magnitude, but traders think it's becoming more and more likely as high inflation drags on.
Investors are eyeing bank earnings following a day seeing the Dow and the S&P 500 close lower. Both indices were down for a 5th straight day. The S&P 500 down 0.3%, the Dow off 0.5%. J.P. Morgan Chase and Morgan Stanley reported second quarter earnings yesterday. Both companies missed analyst forecasts. More earnings results from the nation's top financial institutions are due out today. And that's today's 9 at 9.